Hey, what's up, everybody? I want to welcome you to another episode of the Dreamers Pro Daily Recap, where we give you a recap of all of the hot topics that we covered that day. You can catch them in their long format and also catch it fully streaming for free on Apple Podcasts. As you guys know, Russell Westbrook just recently retired, and everyone was kind of giving him his flowers. People kind of coming up with their rankings, where they rank him all the time, and just showing him his love, right? And I think Russ made a lot of fans towards the end of his career just because of how he was treated in the NBA, his time on the Lakers, and how he was just talked about in the NBA, right? He gained a lot of support and respect during that period. So after Russell Westbrook came out and retired, one of his biggest haters and public adversaries, Skip Bayless, did a show. Full disclosure, I did not watch it, but I saw the headline of it, that Skip Bayless says why Hall of Famer Russell Westbrook is not a Hall of Famer. I didn't need to watch it because I thought it was just a waste of time for me to watch something like that. Well, one person that Skip Bayless used to debate with on the arena, Kenyon, took major exception to Skip Bayless trying to essentially trash Russell Westbrook's career, and he called him out for it. So we want to play what Kenyon Martin had to say in response to Skip Bayless, and I'm going to come back and continue on the show.
Mr. Skip Bayless. Nah. Nope. At no point will I stand for any Russell Westbrook slander. I just watched your whole little spiel you did about Russ, and hard to get through. Hard to stomach and watch that. You said all that to say nothing, to say that you was a hater, which people already knew that. You said you didn't see Russell Westbrook's talent earlier because you're not Sam Presti. You're not a GM. Not qualified to evaluate that kind of talent at that level. There's a reason he didn't start as a freshman. There's a reason he started as a sophomore and played better. Freshmen normally come in, don't play a lot early. Some do, some don't. But first ballot Hall of Famer. Luckily, you don't have a vote. So we see would be biased. But no Russell Westbrook slander will be tolerated. When I was at your former employer, Fox, and your former colleague and coworker, Callan, tried to do the same thing. Didn't stand for it then, ain't gonna stand for it now. It's unfortunate that we're not in the same building anymore, because I would have loved to debate this in person. No Russell Westbrook slander will be tolerated. I wouldn't pay my money to see too many people play basketball, but I would pay to see Russ play because of how he approaches the game. You giving these backhanded compliments with your statements, you can keep it. There's nothing positive coming out of your message, Skip. So we're not going to tolerate it. I'm not going to tolerate it. That man played the game of basketball the way it should be played. Every night he stepped on the floor and has done things in this league that no one else will do. So to say that in your Hall of Fame he's not that, you don't get a vote. So mute point. And everybody doesn't need a platform to hate on people all the time, man. Like, it's okay to give flowers. It's okay to recognize greatness without giving backhanded compliments. No Russell Westbrook slander will be tolerated. Have a good day, Mr. Bayless.
So you heard what Kenyon Martin had to say. What are my thoughts about this? I 100% agree with Kenyon Martin. But Kenyon, you're talking to Skip Bayless and LeBron fans. They're the ones that did a number on this guy. It's them. It's Skip Bayless, Shannon Sharpe, Nick Wright, the entire LeBron fan base who found Russell Westbrook to be their scapegoat. They looked at that entire situation And instead of blaming the group, they blame one person. They just absolve their king from any kind of, that's what they do. So those are the people that Kenyon Martin is talking to. They are the ones that help tarnish this guy's reputation, is them. And it's the reason why when LeBron tried to congratulate him, they ripped his ass to shreds. Like, don't show him no fake love. You know Westbrook don't rock with you. You know that already. Everybody know that. Westbrook never hit it. That's why when whenever the Lakers played him, he never used to shake his hand. He thought he was a fake dude. It is what it is, man. And I'm glad that Kenyon Martin has stepped into and he wasn't the only one. I think Lou Williams called out Skip Bayless. Well, this is what they do. And the only people that you'll find on the internet trashing Russell Westbrook is LeBron fans. And people like Skip Bayless, who had a personal vendetta with Westbrook going back to his days on the Oklahoma City Thunder. Because Skip Bayless is from that area too. It's them. Kenyon Martin is talking to them, but guess what? They don't care. This is the We for the Black People movement. These dumbass fans. We got a political channel, and would you believe these dirty ass LeBron fans came to that channel talking about, you talking about the black man, man. You don't support the black man, man. You always talking about the black man, man. Who done taken a crap on more black men than them? They done made fun of Kobe dying. They done made fun of Michael Jordan's pops losing his pops. They done made fun of Russell Westbrook. They done made fun of Kyrie Irving. They done made fun of Chris Bosh. Like what are we talking about here? And if things don't work out in Philly, they most likely gonna make fun of Joel Embiid. Like what about Darvin Ham? Like y'all are not the ones to be talking. But this is who they are. They don't care. It's just like, let's just defend LeBron. And Skip Bayless had a personal vendetta against Russell Westbrook. It was personal for him. And for Kenyon Martin, who was cool with Skip Bayless and just did a show with him, for him to call him out, you know that he's not tolerated. And a lot of NBA players are not a lot of NBA players are not going for it. They're not going for the Russell Westbrook slander. They're simply not going for it at all. And I'm very happy that Kenyon Martin stood up and defended Russell Westbrook. I'm very happy. And the only people you're going to find taking a dump on him are goofy. That's it. Goofballs. Turds on the internet. It'll be them. So shout out to Kenyon Martin for holding Russell Westbrook down, because these clowns, they'll tear down anybody and then turn around and try to turn themselves into victims. As you guys know, the media has really been pushing, and the NBA as well, has been pushing the Philadelphia 76ers. They even have them playing against the reigning New York Knicks, the reigning champions, the New York Knicks, on opening night. For ring ceremony night, and they're really trying to push them, right, to be at the forefront. And many people have kind of asked the question, like, why aren't you pushing Wemby? You know, push the Knicks, push other teams. Like, why are you pushing the LeBron, a guy who's 42, 43, whatever years old, and he's going to be retiring soon? Like, just like, why can't we just move on from that? And a lot of his fans believe that LeBron and these guys are going to be so good this year. They're going to beat everybody. Some of them even believe he's going to win the championship and it's a wrap for the league and blah, 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 right? So I tuned into this show yesterday from Fox Sports Radio. Great show featuring Rob G. They didn't say the other person's name. Let me see if they... Rob G and Monse Balonos, right? This lady that was there. And the title of the show was, in case you guys want to go watch it, it says, Rob G questions NBA's LeBron obsession after schedule drop. As you guys know, they recently released the schedule, and the most viewed teams are going to be the Spurs, 34, Knicks, 34, Sixers, 34 times, Lakers, 34 times, and the Oklahoma City Thunder are going to be viewed. You're going to have 30 nationally televised games, right? So as he begins to talk, of course, I didn't pay much attention to this. He begins to break down how the NBA is strategically laying the Sixers schedule so they would have an advantage over every single team in the NBA, and then also ensure that they're able to make the play. It's actually pretty disgusting stuff. It's really, really disgusting. They're doing everything in their power to ensure that this guy gets a championship. It's really grotesque stuff. So we want to play the sound for you. Take a listen to what Rob G and these guys had to say here. And then we're going to come back and continue on the show. Take a listen to this here.
The NBA schedule came out yesterday. We talked about it a little bit with Jaylen Brown. Mm-hmm. And I don't know about you, but personally, I think the schedule is stupid. Like the people who freak out about, what's going on and who you're playing, especially in the NFL. Like we have an entire night dedicated to the schedule release party, and it's whatever to me. Like we already know who you're gonna play. It's just when you're gonna play them.
Right.
And then so I let other people really comb through the details, and now I feel stupid for saying it's stupid because one person did the heavy lifting, one nerd, and pointed this out about the Philadelphia 76ers schedule. Number one, they don't play a Western Conference team until the 18th game of the season.
Convenient.
They don't play a road game against the Western Conference team until the 21st game.
Nice.
They don't have a Western Conference road trip until Christmas. They have the least amount of 3 games in 4 nights on their schedule of any team in the league.
Okay.
They have the least amount of back-to-backs of any team in the league, while simultaneously having the most national television games.
Along with the Spurs.
The Spurs,
and
the Lakers.
The Lakers.
And the Knicks.
That's it. Those 3. 34 nationally televised games. Okay. Wow.
So which I ask you this, Monsi. Why? Why does the NBA keep kowtowing to LeBron James?
Great, so you heard it there. This is disgraceful. They are literally going out of their way to make sure this guy wins championships. I don't remember them doing this with Michael Jordan. I don't remember them doing this with Kobe Bryant. Like, it's almost like it's as if this is his right to win a championship. It's like it's his right. He must win. And then his fans act like as if, man, he's just so great. He's just so great. Knowing that the NBA has been giving him a leg up for the longest time. For the longest time. And it's now gotten to the point where it's so disgusting that people that work on networks like Fox FS1 are calling out this nonsense. Here's something else. Rob G's a Laker fan. And I think that now that LeBron is off the team, a lot of these Laker guys, these Laker pundits, they're not going to be holding back anymore. They're not going to be holding back. The way that Rob G was talking about him, I think perfectly encapsulates how a lot of Laker fans felt and how a lot of NBA fans feel. This is disgusting. You're going to give them this kind of advantage? We even did a poll on our channel about a week or so ago where I asked the audience, who do you think is going to lead the NBA in free throw attempts? The Knicks, Lakers, Sixers, and the Thunder. Everybody voted for the Sixers. Why did they vote for the Sixers? Because historically it's been the Lakers over the last few years with LeBron. Because LeBron is going there. So they're going to give him the favor. They're going to do everything in their power to make sure that this guy is competitive. Everything. And then guess what? It's not going to work. It's not going to work that way. There have even been series where the Lakers, when LeBron is playing against teams, and the rest would try to give them the win, and it just wouldn't go in their favor. The teams would just beat them fair and square. You think these NBA players don't know? You sincerely think they don't know? Of course they know. The Sixers not going to be there when it's all said and done. The real teams you need to look out for, the Spurs, the Knicks, the Thunder, the Lakers. Teams like that are the real deal teams. Maybe the Wolves, we got to see how those guys, LaMelo Ball and these guys mesh over there. These are going to be the real teams in the NBA. The Lakers are going to be the clown. The Sixers are going to be the clown show of the NBA. But this is what they do. I remember when they had Russell Westbrook join the Lakers a few years ago, and they tried to do the same thing. I think the first 20 games or something were like home games. It was just some stupid number. They do everything in their power to try to help this guy win. Because if they don't help him, he can't win. He can't win. If he doesn't have a stacked team, you have the league helping you, he can't win. He can't win. He can't just get it out the mud like everybody else. No, he's not gully like that, bro. He's not Kobe Bryant in the Western Conference, running the gauntlet every single year to try to get to the final. He's not them. He's not him. You're not facing Tim Duncan and them cats every single year. No, you're not doing any of that. He over here went back to the East. Look for the easy way. Give me the easy pass, man. And then now you hear this. This is disgusting because I didn't even analyze the schedule to this degree. So Rob G is enlightening me. And I'm sure a lot of you guys watching this episode, because I'm sure a lot of you guys didn't even know this. It's disgusting. There was a show that was published by Fox Sports Radio yesterday. And I think they were filling in for the odd couple, Rob Parker and Kelvin Washington. And you had Rob G, who's a Laker fan. Shout out to Rob G. I like him. And Monse Balonis. And the topic of the show was Rob G questions the NBA's LeBron James obsession after the schedule dropped. So during this show, they were essentially trying to figure out, why is the NBA still so focused on LeBron when you can be promoting teams like the Knicks, the Spurs, the players like Victor Wembanyama, Jalen Brunson, these guys who are bringing in audience, new people, new eyeballs to watch the games. We've already seen LeBron. Like, we know what we're going to get with LeBron. It's the same people that are coming back to watch this guy every single year in and year out. What's the reluctance of the NBA to just say, hey, man, let's move on? So while that was going on, the lady on the show, again, let me just give her proper shout out, Monse Balonos, and Rob G, but she also said they started getting to the part about how LeBron James ruined the NBA because he made it cool to not compete. He made it cool to not try in All-Star games because Kobe Bryant embarrassed him in the All-Star. I'm kidding you not. They said this. I mean, it was actually, matter of fact, I don't want to waste your time. I want you guys to get your popcorn ready because this is fireworks. Take a listen to what they said here on Fox Radio.
And you mentioned that you don't think that the impact he's had on the league recently, especially, has been positive.
Mm-hmm.
I will say for our purposes, like sports media, he's been a godsend.
Oh, of course.
Because he's a lightning rod. People love to hate him one way or the other.
Right.
So it's great. If we can do a LeBron James topic and it makes sense, we're probably going to do it.
Mm-hmm.
On FS1, on Fox Sports Radio, whatever your outlet is. But if I'm just talking in the business of basketball and the NBA, I could argue pretty easily everything about the LeBron James era of the NBA, his entire legacy, outside of him individually and his own success, has been negative. Okay, here's why. Number one, and this is in no order, player empowerment.
Mm-hmm.
There is not a single fan who likes player empowerment because what happens is you ultimately have situations like these Sixers where you have all the stars trying to join up on one team. Kevin Durant jumping to a 73-win Warriors team, right? James Harden putting on a fat suit for 6 weeks so he can get himself traded somewhere else, right? Like, it flies in the face of competition. Everything that we love about sports is your best, my best. We're going to go ahead and see what happens. Now it's your best and his best. We're all going to come together and then we can make a better team. And then we're just going to run roughshod over everybody else. So that's number one. Number two, he made it seem like uncool to try at the All-Star game.
Mm-hmm.
Like, before LeBron James became the face of the league when it was still, Kobe, and then before that Shaq and Jordan and Magic, like going backwards, they would try hard for maybe 50% of the game. Like maybe right in the beginning and definitely right at the end. Once LeBron became the unquestioned face of the league, everybody's like, well, I don't want to embarrass myself.
Mm-hmm.
The last thing I want is for Tracy McGrady to throw off the backboard and dunk on me. Like, I don't want that to happen. So
because LeBron was embarrassed by Kobe.
Yeah. So yeah, exactly.
So that's what led to that was the beginning.
So I would rather not even try than risk getting embarrassed. Now, here's another one. This is a smaller one, but back in the day, in the early 2000s, even in the late 90s, flopping was something that was reserved for European players.
Mm-hmm.
Vlade Divac, Manu Ginobili, to a very, very lesser extent, like Tony Kukoc. Like, they were seen as, they weren't as athletic, they weren't as big and strong and fast as the American players. So that was their way of gaming the system. Once LeBron James made it cool for an American star, not just an American star, the best player in the league, to be like, all right, I will fling my head back and sell this call. I will take a dive. I'll act like I hit in the eye and then cover my eye and then look for the camera real quick. Like, you saw that video.
It's so good.
Like, then it became, all right, well, Chris Paul's going to do it. James Harden's going to do it. And now everybody does it. And now it's part of the game. Now it's like soccer in the NBA. So if I'm the NBA at large, Adam Silver and the schedule makers and all these guys, I'm like, why am I, first and foremost, kowtowing to a guy who hasn't really been that impactful recently, relatively to the big picture? Like, he's not winning championships anymore. He's not at the top of the standings anymore like he used to be back in the day. Number one. And number two, why do I continue to bend over backwards to a man whose long-term legacy is just as negative as it is positive in the eyes of basketball fans?
In everything you just said, and I don't know if this was your message to get across, because LeBron changed the competitive nature of the NBA from top to bottom. And that is what sucks the most about this. The player empowerment, it's like there's a few games throughout the regular season that maybe the players will compete at their highest, but that's why the NBA implemented the in-season tournament to try and get some competitive games, because everybody was just waiting for the end of the season to get on a run and get into the postseason. And once they got into the postseason and their seat is locked, they don't even care anymore.
Right.
Like, that all changed with LeBron James. It really did.
So you heard what they had to say. We all know this. You know who else said this recently? Kevin Garnett. Kevin Garnett. This will never be discussed because there's so many fanboys and fangirls in media. If you go through the comments of that video, I'll just read through some of the comments, okay? I'll just read through some of the comments. Another guy said, one person said, let's talk about the real elephant in the room, how the NBA protecting the fact that he's clearly on juice. Another guy said, I'm glad y'all are not afraid to cover this. I'll just go through the comments. Y'all need to keep Rob G. The show is much better with much better with more Rob G. Another guy said, this is why I know Adam Silver never drug tested LeBron James. Another person, excellent take by you. Another person said, this might be the most, this might be the realest, honest take I've ever heard on this show. Another person said, the NBA is failing to promote their young stars. They're clinging to their day life of LeBron James, Steph, and Kevin Durant. Shaking my head. Another person said, this is the realest take in ages of media. Rob G is the media truth teller. Another person, question is, why do you guys keep talking about LeBron? That's them. Even though they already explained it. Another person said, the funny thing is these people who hate LeBron be the ones that are most obsessed without him. That's a lie. Another person wrote, preach. Another person wrote, finally, honest LeBum take. And this is on Fox Sports Radio. This ain't on Dreamers Pro. This ain't on Dreamers Pro's channel. This is Fox Sports Radio saying this. And I think what's going to happen is this. When this guy retires, you're going to see a lot more honest takes from people in media. Now they have blanketed the media with their guys. So it's seldom you get an unfiltered. You would never in your wildest imagination have someone give this kind of opinion on ESPN. They can't have a job there. You're not allowed to give these kind of opinions. But people are getting fed up. And it's true. He took away the comp, but we know this already. We know this. That's why whenever the grind got tough for LeBron, he ran. There's no other way to say it. Whenever the grind got tough, he either failed or he ran or quit. These are facts. He couldn't win in Cleveland, so he ran to Miami. Then they took his cookies. He couldn't deal with that. He ran from Miami to Cleveland. Then he was getting his ass whooped in Cleveland. What did he do? He ran again to LA. And now when he's in LA and things didn't go the way he wanted, get the contract he wanted, what did he do? He ran again to Philly, to another super team. This is it. Always cheating the grind, man. Always cheating the grind. It's disgusting. And then his fans act like, nobody's played as much. Do you know Michael Jordan, LeBron James have played almost exactly the same amount of top 75 All-Stars in the finals? His dumbass fans don't even know that. LeBron has played with 75 All-Stars. How many did Michael Jordan play with? If Michael Jordan's era is trash, that means the players he played with were trash too. LeBron's era is not trash, so how come he couldn't win more? If he's the GOAT. If he's the GOAT, why he couldn't win more? Because competition was tough. Then you're not the GOAT. You're not the GOAT then. How are you on this level when there's a dude in the NBA that got as many rings as you on your own time span? And you can't say it was because of Kevin Durant because he won without KD 2 times. Stephen Curry did 2 times. 2 times. They don't even mention Stephen Curry. Shannon Sharpe was one of the major culprits that helped destroy Russell Westbrook's reputation. He's one of them. Because when Russell Westbrook joined the Lakers, Shannon Sharpe was still working on Undisputed. And every single week for a year and a half, Shannon Sharpe and Skip Bayless would rip Russell Westbrook, make fun of him, all kind of madness. Shannon Sharpe. When Russell Westbrook joined the Lakers, let me remind the audience once more, he averaged a triple-double that year before he joined them when he played for the Wizards. He was a max player earning over $40 million. By the time the Clutch Sports Media and the LeBron fanboys were done with this guy, he was a veteran minimum guy in the NBA. Russell Westbrook. That was the LeBron James experience. And Shannon Sharpe was at the fore. Him, Nick Wright, he was one of the people pushing the line to destroy Westbrook's reputation. There's no other way to say it. So I was pretty upset when I saw that Nightcap dropped a video yesterday giving Russell Westbrook his flowers. It says, Unc and ISO Joe give Russell Westbrook his flowers after retiring from the NBA. Let me just go to the comments before we even play the video. It says, remember when Shannon and Skip would roast Westbrook on Undisputed? Nah, Shannon, I didn't forget how you and Skip would clown Russ on a daily basis on Undisputed. Russell Westbrook, a Hall of Fame. Shannon needs to go back and look at his old tapes of how him roasting Russell Westbrook. Shannon was right there with Skip, keying every time Skip would show blooper highlights. Unc, I remember. Don't do that. Shannon contributed to Russ's downfall. Such a hypocrite. Another person. They're just roasting him in his own comments, but they don't read their comments, so they wouldn't know. They're just roasting him and calling out the phoniness, because that's what you're about to hear. A whole bunch of phony baloney. So we want to play what Shannon had to say, and then we're going to come back and react to their comments.
Yeah, that's basically what he said. What athletic guards, all those athletic guards, he, D Rose, John Wall, guys that played above the rim.
He was one of them.
The one thing you can honestly say that that he gonna give you everything he got. He emptied the tank.
Every time.
And get a lot of cats don't bring that every night.
Hell no.
Listen, because we talking about 82 games, bro. We talking about it's weeks. You could play 4 games in 5 nights. So, you got guys have a tendency to take a game off. Man, yes. I ain't never seen dude take a game off. So.
Nope. He's not a Hansel and Gretel player. What I mean by that, chat, he don't save nothing for the trip home. Nope. The Hansel and Gretel, they drop breadcrumbs so they can find their way home. That's not what he was. He emptied the tank every single game. Yes, he got out of control sometimes. Yeah, he took some ill-advised shots. But you know what? You got to live with that. Because there are a lot of guys that take ill-advised shots and don't play hard.
Oh.
At least the motherfucker gonna play hard. And guess what? He take a bad shot, hell, he gonna try to chase down and get his own damn rebound. Y'all take a bad shot and sit there and look at it, and your man going down the field, he going down the court and doesn't lay the damn ball up. And you up there looking like, what happened? You took a bad ass shot, we were out of position, and you ain't get your ass back on defense. That's exactly what happened.
Right.
Well, Russ, congratulations, man, on a great, outstanding career. 18 seasons, over 27,000 points, over 10,000 rebounds. I think he had over 10,000 assists, over 8,000 rebounds. Man, 5th all time.
Hell of a career, bro.
So you heard what Shannon Sharpe said. It's all fake. It's all fake. All fake. Again, I need to keep bringing this point up. This is the fan base that's always talking about the black man. This is the fan base that's always talking about the black man this, the black man that, the black man this, the black man that. Even when Westbrook's wife was like, y'all are going too far with it by slandering this dude so much. You know what they did? They fought to keep doing it. But then these clown ass, because that's what they are. When people make fun of LeBron James, what did LeBron do to people, man? I just don't know why LeBron don't do to the people. They just don't want to see a successful black man. This is them. The clowns of the week. It be these dudes. This is why I don't take them seriously. Some of these bozos try to run up on me on my politics channel, and I gave them that work in the comment section. LeBron fans don't give a damn about no black man. All they care about is him, period, full stop. Him. And then after him, Bronny James. And if you don't fall in that umbrella, to hell with you. How many of his teammates do you see them bigging up? How many? You listen to these jokers, you wouldn't even know LeBron played with other people. According to them, LeBron played by himself in the NBA for 24 years, 23 years. He didn't play with, it was just him, 1 against 5. He never had help. Never. Do you hear LeBron fans mention Dwayne Wade? What about what they did to Chris Bosh? What about Kyrie Irving, how they flipped on him? What about how they turned AD into the scapegoat in LA? Russell Westbrook. Come on, like, y'all need to knock it off, man. Look what they did to Darvin Ham. These raccoon-ass who was making fun of Darvin Ham, talking about his nose and all of that. LeBron fans. The biggest hypocrites that you have out there. But then want to be the same ones talking about, oh, man, you don't like the black man, man. You don't like the black man, man. You don't like the black man. You don't like the black man. This is them. And Shannon Sharpe was one of them. At the front of the line. Helping destroy Russell Westbrook's reputation and career. He was at the front of the line, bro. That's why LeBron getting flamed up for dropping them comments on Russell Westbrook retirement posts. Like, come on, don't show me no fake love. You never liked me. Even now, if you go look at some of the posts about Russell Westbrook on the internet, when people are showing him love, you will find LeBron fans still hating on Russ in the comments. But this is the Black Power movement. LeBron fans, the Black Power movement. You can't even be serious, man. Keep your fake love, fake hugs. Don't nobody want that. You could have kept that. If it's me, they should have skipped that video. That's like me after LeBron retiring. Man, I think LeBron was great, man, and he's going to be dearly missed, man. I'm not doing none of that fake